Hooligan racing is about a bunch of friends going out, riding a motorcycle, having fun. And it's really the ultimate story of what you did on the weekend. I could say I watched TV, or you could say I went out with my buddies and hooligan raced. This bike, this Indian Scout 60, it's unlike any other V-twin out there right now. When we started work on the launch of this bike, we know it appeals to beginning riders, appeals to people who maybe haven't been on a bike in a while, but it also appeals to people that perhaps not only want to get on a motorcycle, but really want to live a life that's beyond the norm.
It's got this mythical status about it. And it's an interesting thing because it's not because it was an expensive motorcycle. You get them done and then immediately people tear into them and start reimagining them in the way they want to see him, and I love that.
So many different people from different walks of life that you kind of see on motorcycles now, or they're piquing an interest in it, and I like it. As long as it's representing that old vibe of showing up and having a good-ass time, you can't ask for anything more.
Cycle fans of all ages, was that friggin' awesome?
My name is Roland Sands. I'm a father, a husband, a designer, bike builder, and a hooligan motorcycle racer. Some people might call what we do crazy, but the reality is, it's what keeps us sane. For us hooligans, it's not just about winning, it's about a movement and having more fun than should be legal. Is there risk involved? Of course there is. People get hurt all the time, and it takes a lot of hard work to get yourself to the next event. The addiction, it's a real thing. Riding and racing, that's what we live for.
Well, we got some of the tank shifter bikes out there, and there's a bad crash coming out of turn number 4. And I'm not exactly sure what happened. We were trying to watch during the break, and they got down, went off pretty bad.
If you are just now tuning in, welcome to the 2017 Moto Beach Classic. And we are just getting started with the Super Hooligan race program for the afternoon. This is the finals for Super Hooligan. Larry Huffman, where are we at? What's going on?
This is interesting. These are bikes that are from 1928 to 1949. They're Indians and mostly Harleys. And as we say, the tank shifter, you look on the bike on the left-hand side, I believe it's all of them, that's where the shifter is, the transmission shifter. And that's why it's called a born-free tank shift. We got 12 racers in here, and I'm not exactly sure. That's number 10 on the pole. That's Jerry Turner out of Burbank. He's a motorcycle shop owner. Next to him looks like 66X, and he is, let's see, no, we got a restart coming up. Terry Clanton just announced that. Restart.
Is tank shift racing as hard as it looks?
Yes.
Because this looks like there's a lot of moving pieces.
Let's take a look at the crash. This happened just a few moments ago. Oh, getting completely crossed up. That's 198. 148. I think that's Michael Lohman on a 1945 Harley WL.
I feel like that could have been worse.
Here's restart. There they go. Out in front, it's number 3X getting off the line first. And that's Scott Jones out of Westminster on a 1946 Harley WL, 45 cubic inch. He races because it's kicking ass on the beach. 3X, the rider in front. My, look at the lead this guy's got. He looks around behind him.
Yeah, Scott Jones absolutely got this nice, smooth line going on right now. No big moves, not overly aggressive, because in order to win, you got to finish this race, Larry Huffman. So
That's
you can't,
right. And
no smashing, no crashing. You've got to cross that line.
He's out in front. He could stop and have dinner and still win the damn race. 3X, Scott Jones.
So again, it's not always about the big drama and the big moves and the speed. Sometimes it's about just being smooth, being consistent, putting in those laps.
Flathead Jed was just passed by Jones. He was lapped. He's out of Pasadena. He was a 1947 Harley Davidson. But the win goes to number 3X, Scott Jones.
Wow, so just like that, our first official race of the day here for our webcast of the Moto Beach Classic.
Absolutely. Scott Jones is going to take the win for that class. Scott Jones, also known from Noise Cycles, custom bike builder.
The announcer down here is a friend of mine. It's Terry Clanton. And Clanton had no idea who was racing earlier, so he's making up names of the riders. He had the crowd really going earlier in one of the heats. Terry Clanton, that's incredible. Okay, we go to I believe this is the second race in the Born Free Tank Shift class.
Now, these are the same motorcycles that I've seen in the AHA video for Take On Me, correct?
Tank on me. Oh, I love a good dad joke, Chris Cote.
GT standing down there. Let's find out what's going on. GT, take it away.
Hey, thanks, Larry. Okay, so that was Scott Jones from Noise Cycles who won that heat, or won that main, and he won, it was in the lead pretty much through the restarts, 2 of them in that particular race, and Scotty's running a 1940 WL Harley tank shifter. Coming out on the track right now, this is the Von Zipper Vintage class. This will be Triumphs. There's a CZ. And listen, generally speaking, we don't like knobbies in flat track, but that CZ has knobbies on there. Scotty Stapnick in the striped shirt. He's running looks like an early pre-unit Triumph. Here comes Lucky Locke on the number 20. He's on a Husqvarna. But traditionally, this vintage class is usually relegated to vintage Triumph twins. And it looks like number 62, that's Mark Walters. He's about to come out as well. He's on an early Triumph as well. So we'll see these guys line up here shortly if Lucky can get his bike to run.
And that's really a big challenge in these vintage classes, is actually starting the bike sometimes.
Absolutely. So as you can see on the screen right now, if you're just now tuning in, that's the race format for this vintage race that's happening right now here at the Moto Beach Classic, fueled by Valero. 6 racers total, 6 laps, and this is a winner-take-all format going on right now. It looks like there might be a little breakdown. Somebody was having some trouble starting that bikes, again, with these vintage and antique classes. Most of the battle is just getting these bikes to run, honestly. I think that's kind of the big heavy lifting of this race. This is presented by Von Zipper, and normally you're correct, as you heard GT saying earlier, we don't catch a lot of knobbies out there, but I guess they've decided to make some exceptions for today and allow some knobbies out there on the grid. Oh, a bump start is happening down on the grid right now, so he's going to get one sighting lap, and then they're going to grid up, and then that's it, away they go.
So in looking at these bikes, obviously these are not street legal as opposed to the BMWs we just saw running. What would make a bike like this street legal? What do you have to do to kind of do that transition from flat track racing to street legal bike?
Well, a lot of these bikes out on the grid right this second look like kind of dedicated motocross machines. I saw an early Husqvarna down there. No, there's some Triumph down there as well. So they've had to do some modifications, removing the lights, removing the turn signals, removing the fenders to get these bikes race ready and prepped for this event.
Two-stroke. That's what the two-stroke does on the start.
All right.
And away they go, but it looked like there was a little trouble right at that start line.
Well, you gotta have drama.
Gotta have drama. Again, like I was saying, I think most of the battle is just getting these bikes running.
I think that is Mark Walters of Corona, number 62, out in front on a Triumph T120R. He's an air conditioning contractor from my hometown of Corona. Mark Walters in front. That's unofficial. But he is opening up a big lead. And I got a rider down, and the yellow flag comes out. Red flag. They're going to stop the race, yeah.
So that turned into a red flag situation with that bike being broken down on the grid and not moving at all.
On the track, yeah. On the track, he couldn't start. That is Walters.
Now, in order to be a nicer participant, he could have pushed that bike off the grid, but I think he was still busy jumping up and down on it, seeing if he was going to get it to start. So they had to move on to a red flag situation because now they're going to re-grid everybody.
So Mark Walters, your leader, but we're going to restage it now, and I'm not sure if they're going to line them up as they finish that last lap. That's what Walters is saying. He's saying, hey, I have the lead. I want back in the lead for this restart.
I know, it can be a heartbreaker when that red flag comes down when you're in the lead, right? Right, Larry Huffman?
You know, it's interesting. What the riders will do when they crash, the first thing they do is look behind them to see if another bike is going to hit them. That's the first thing they all do. They don't want to be run over. So restart on this Von Zipper vintage race. One of the favorites is Jerry Meatball Tillenius out of Costa Mesa on a 250 BSA.
He's on that great-looking number 3 bike with that open-face helmet and a T-shirt. Yeah. That's my buddy Meatball, legendary British bike builder and racer from Southern California.
He says his spirit animal is donkey.
And away they go.
62 again. Mark Walters in front. And a rider goes down in turn number 1. Yellow flag out. Let's see if they red flag it. Those are expensive bikes. Very expensive. He can't get up. They're going to red flag it.
This has to turn into a red flag.
He's stuck underneath it.
Well, they're still showing yellow. No.
Walters showing off a little bit there. They didn't red flag it yet.
I'm a little shocked, but
they're going red. They're going red. So Walters, who showboated, another rider went beneath him. I didn't see his number, but they're going to restart it again. Von Zipper Vintage. Craig Bowman of Huntington Beach, number 262. Greg Tomlinson, Dana Point, number 5. Jeffrey Meatball Tillenius, number 3 out of Costa Mesa. Mark Locke of Costa Mesa, number 20. Mark Walters of Corona, number 62. And then Scotty Stopnick. We don't have a number on him on a Triumph. This is... Okay.
So we've got a replay of the crash that just happened a few moments ago, which is why we're in this red flag situation. But we got our good buddy, the man in the know, GT, down on the track. Take it away, GT.
Okay, they're gonna restart it.
Oh, he's busy helping out. Look at him out there in that yellow shirt. He was busy getting them gridded back up, and away they go.
Okay, let's see what Walters can do. He did not get the start this time. He's running third, and he's getting it sideways there.
This is going to be a quick red flag 4-lap, quick dash situation.
Motocrosser in front.
That number 3 bike, Meatball, is in the lead right now. But inside pass.
The checker flag. And it's 262, unofficially your winner. That's Craig Bowman of Huntington Beach.
I think Meatball got a little comfortable. I don't think he knew somebody was going to head on the inside there.
Yep.
And it sounds like that is going to be your winner here at the Von Zipper Vintage Class. Here at the 2017 Moto Beach Classic. This awesome live stream fueled by Valero.
He's out of Huntington Beach on a CZ400. Czechoslovakian bike. They went out of business back in the 80s. But they're coming, there's kind of a resurgence in these bikes. I announced a CZ World Championship the last couple of years for Robin Hanna up north at the Hang 10 track. And they're coming back. But the parts haven't been, you have to get reproduction parts. They're very, very rare. The CZ 2-strokes. Air-cooled, basically. Nothing fancy about them. But Bauman won the race. Okay, Craig Bauman take it. Meatball, Jeff Tillenius second. Mark Walters finished third, who led for two races until they restarted. Scotty Stopnick fourth, Fred Berger fifth, and Lucky Angus finishing sixth in the vintage class.
That Von Zipper Vintage Class.
Here's a restart. And there's a crash. I think that's the first crash, Jackie. Walters in front. Up. That's the first crash right there. He's getting tired. He's led twice, but it's 262. Frank Bauman of Huntington Beach, B-O-U-M-A-N, taking home the bacon on a CZ 400. Good Lord.
But again, a very cool bike just won that Von Zipper Vintage Class, that two-stroke CZ as we were just talking about. We're gridding up right now.
Cycle Zombies, degenerate choppers. Look at these guys. These are unbelievable choppers. Joey Caravan, number 69 out of Huntington Beach. John Racer X Mox, 88. Patrick Sloan, number 100, Huntington Beach. Acton, California. Robert Bush, 44. Scott Smith from Susanville, number 6. Taser Stopnik, number 82. Taylor Stopnik. But only 3 started, actually. This is so difficult, Jackie. These bikes are not made to turn. And here they've got to turn and flat track and about 20 or 30,000 people watching. That's 44 in front. That's Robert Bush down from Acton on a Harley Shovelhead. Says his favorite.
But absolutely, this class right now, Cycle Zombies Degenerate Choppers class, these are the absolutely most inappropriate machines to be out there, hands down. The geometry is entirely wrong for being out there. So I love watching them attempt to race and still navigate this tiny short track.
Yeah, look at the forks. They're extended out there. That throws the bike off so much. They're not built to turn, especially on a short track like this. But it is Robert Bush of Acton on a 1979 Harley Shovelhead running away with this race. Cycle Zombies Degenerate Choppers. Battle is for second.
But that spot for second was so close you could have thrown a blanket over them.
Yep.
Man, they were tight racing.
Well, we know Robert Bush takes home the checkered flag. Robert Bush of Acton.
A great class, beautiful, interesting bikes out there racing. That's got to be one of my favorite events today, are these awesome choppers attempting to navigate that short track. Just incredible racing. And there is your winner for the Cycle Zombies Degenerate Chopper class. In case you're just now tuning in, you are watching the live feed courtesy of our friends Fueled by Valero at the Moto Beach Classic. You just watched the Cycle Zombies Degenerate Choppers class, and here are your final results. Rob Bush is our winner.
With Joey Caravan second, Robert Stopnik third. Taylor Stopnik third. That is a very small track. I'd say it's probably an eighth of a mile. Here's another look at the choppers. Robert Bush leading it all the way from wire to wire, number 44 out of Acton, California. And there is Roland Sands having a ball out there. He's like a big kid, you know it? Look at him. My God.
Roland Sands Design is the captain of the USS Party Boat here at the Moto Beach Classic.
I've never seen a promoter have more fun at a race. Look at him. He's going to wheelie that thing. Sasquatch. Have you been on it before?
I have not, but that's our trackside commentator, GT, in the back seat.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I mean, that looks like an awful time. That does not look like fun at all. Look at that. I think this whole thing is just dedicated to just Roland Sands having fun with his buddies. I'm pretty sure that's what this whole thing is all about. But that squash is incredible. Look at that crazy! Look at that crazy six-wheeler. Roland Sands, always willing to put on a show out here for us. Keep it lively and keep it interesting. And speaking of lively and interesting, in the backseat of that Squatch has been our trackside commentator for today, Mr. Von Zipper himself. GT Greg Tomlinson has been helping us out all day long, giving us the play-by-play and giving us the news from the track. If you're just now tuning in, you are watching the 2017 Moto Beach Classic, this live feed fueled by Valero.
Coming up next, the Open Pro Racing here from Bolsa Chica, California. And GT had a ball on that one. We'll be right back. Don't touch that remote. In this next race is Mike Metzger. He's called the Godfather of Freestyle. This guy is insane. He's going to be number 75 on a Husqvarna 450. This is the Open Pro. Let's look at the lineup. Number 80 from Rapid City, South Dakota, Brady Tossin. Bronson Pierce, number 22 out of Bakersfield. Christian Payne, 123 Bakersfield. David Bush, Santa Clarita, number 88E. And there they go, and let's check out who gets out in front. Watch Metzger, number 75. The Godfather of freestyle. 98 in front, that's Carol Kolkman.
And they've already red flagged. Yep. They've red flagged this race so far. We are in the Open Pro.
Apparently they were just letting him take a warm-up lap. That's interesting. I didn't know that. All right,
that looked like a sighting lap?
All right. Brandy Towson, 18 years old. Bronson Pierce, 21. Kristen Payne, 18. David Bush, 38. Jake Monaco, 22. Cale Kolkman, 27. And Mike Metzger is number 75. And one other one, I think that's Nick Reimer of Seal Beach. So you've got Suzuki's, Kawasaki's, Hondas, and Husqvarnas in this race. Open Pro.
So this is the class, this Open Pro class, Larry, of the most appropriate bikes for this type of racing. These 450 and 350 dirt bikes with the flat track tires.
Yeah, you're right. Good point. Very good point, Jackie. And let's see who's out in front. Well, they're slipping and sliding. That's 88E, David Bush, I believe. Bush on a Kawasaki two-stroke. Nope, 98. I stand corrected. Number 98. That's Cale Coleman of Ventura, number 98, on a 450 Suzuki.
So again, some great-looking racing in this Open Pro class with those 450s and 350 dirt bikes, the most appropriate bike for this class. So you're going to see them hook up and have some really great slides.
But as you pointed out, they are running flat track tires, not knobbies. That's number 12 in second. I do not have a name on 12. And he's pushing number 98, Kolkman.
12 is absolutely showing him a tire, and I think there's a chance for an inside pass. Right on 3 and 4.
That's number 98, Cale Kolkman of Ventura, in front. Number 12 in second. Let's see if we can pick up third. Like 45, I believe. 41, that's Buckley Nick Reimer.
Cale Coleman still is the leader in this class. Nice, smooth-looking riding coming out of Cale. He is absolutely shutting the door on rider 12, not letting him make that pass.
And about to lap one rider. Where's that white flag? It's going to be coming out. He's staying very low, Copeland.
Cale Coleman starting to get caught up in a little bit of lap traffic out there. They are starting to hook up with the last racers from this class. This is that Open Pro class. Cale Coleman, nice, smooth, flawless riding so far. White flag, last lap. Cale Coleman from start to finish has put in a fantastic performance, showing everybody just how it's done. Oh, he just looked behind his shoulder to see how far ahead he is, and he absolutely is going to...
Wheelies across the line on a Suzuki RMZ 450. Great motorcycle. It absolutely does everything, and he's having fun. Look at him wheelie that bike.
Celebratory wheelies going on from Cale Coleman. An absolutely flawless, smooth race that entire time from start to finish.
And coming up next, the Super Hooligans, the one I've been waiting all day long for.
What an excellent day out here, Larry Coleman. Look at that crowd on the screen right now. Look at all these fans.
I think what's interesting is look over to the left of your screen. Those are people on the beach. Here's a recap. This is the Open Pro. And number 98 out in front is Copeland right from the beginning. This guy is smoother than a mayonnaise sandwich. Look at him. He's having a ball. Yeah, that's good. Number 12 in second. Do not know who that is. So you look at the track and then look all the way over to the left, and those are people on the beach that are watching this event.
Absolutely. I'm sure if there were any innocent beachgoers today, I'm sure that they are just blown away.
Cale Copeland took it, the Open Pro. John Vanderland second. James Monaco third. Bronson Pierce fourth. Kristen Payne fifth. Brady Tossin sixth. David Bush seventh. And Nick Reamer number 8. We go now to the Indian Motorcycles in just a moment, the Super Hooligan Racers. And boy, there's really no rules on this, is there? I mean, it's 750 or over, and that's it. That's the extent of the rule book.
Well, you're absolutely right, Larry. Super Hooligans are starting to load in onto the grid right now. You can see the Super Hooligan race format. 6 heats going on. The top 2 advancing to the main event. The 3rd and 4th are going to advance to LCQ, last chance qualifier.
And the rest of them go home on the Greyhound bus. That's it.
Everybody else goes home sad.
Okay, heat number 1, 55 years old. I'm sorry, that's Brad Spencer. Heat number 1, Johnny Murphy, Brad Spencer, 55. A.J. Kirkpatrick, Troy Hoff, 35. Brandon Gonzalez, 29. Gabe Vidrio, 40. And Thomas Fennell, 33 years old. We do not have the numbers on them. So hopefully we'll get it when they go. Johnny Murphy, I'm looking at my cheat sheet here.
So we're loading in that first grid, our first heat for the Super Hooligan. This is the final of the Super Hooligan Race Series presented by Roland Sands Design and Indian Motorcycle.
Well, these are basically 750s. There's Indians, there's Harleys, they're huge, big V-twins, and basically that's the rule book, just about.
750 and above.
That's right, good point.
Absolutely. It has very limited modifications. They must have flat track tires and no front brake. Those are the rules. So 750 and above. Yes, as you can see right now, that first bike, that RSD bike, is going to be a Harley-Davidson machine. A little deeper into the grid, the 3rd bike in is an Indian Scout. You've got another Indian Scout right behind it. So there's a little bit of everything. This is very Harley-Davidson and Indian motorcycle heavy. However, there are going to be some Triumph motorcycle and Ducati, and away they go.
And there's a start. This is the Indian Motorcycle Super Hooligan race. Heat number 1. 74 in front. That's, let's check who that is.
Number 74, followed by bike number 7.
Johnny Murphy in front on the triple pickle tracker.
Yellow flag to red flag. Yellow flag to red flag.
Restart.
We had somebody go down coming out of turn 4, and it turned into a red flag situation. When they throw that red flag, it's because it got a little too dangerous. They want to make sure to just stop everything so that person and that bike can get cleanly picked up and moved off the track or regridded properly. It's all about safety here.
Yeah.
While there is limited rules, you know, we got to pay attention to that safety. So they're going to regrid everybody, and in this red flag situation, it's going to be a 5-lap dash coming out of this.
That's right. It's a 5-lap heat race now instead of 6. Indian Motorcycle Super Hooligan race. Heat number 1. First 2 go to the main.
Alrighty, hands are in the air because they are gridded up and they are ready. Flag drops. It looks like somebody might have gotten a jump, and I don't know if they're going to still continue it. Yeah, they're going to let everybody go. Red flag. So they are not going to let everybody continue. Like I said, it looked like somebody got a little bit of a jump start. So they're going to red flag and regrid everybody again. I believe that jump start bike might have to move to the back as a penalty for jumping.
It's up to the starter. He can do that if he wants to. He can move him to the back.
Yep, so we'll find out. It certainly looks like they're putting him back because I think 7 is who jumped. And they're both talking to him. So, yep, Roland's out there on right now, and he's pushing him back one more row. So he's going to have to go back to the 3rd line, 3rd grid, as a penalty for jumping that last start. Again, I think it's going to be a 5-lap dash, and away they go. Everybody looks like they got away clean. First bike is number 74, is going to be my lead bike, followed by 69. 74 into 69 bike. 74, nice clean racing. Larry, do you have a cheat sheet for 74?
Do not have a 74, Jackie. I'm sorry, I'm looking, but I do not have a 74. No, we do. Johnny Murphy, I stand corrected. That's the pickle tracker, number 74, Johnny Murphy in front.
74 into bike number 7 is my number 2 bike.
Running in second place, Juan Arcio of Norwalk, number 7, on a Buell. That's a bike that hasn't been in production for several years, on an XP9.
Well, good looking racing so far. Everybody racing clean, no crashes, no red flags. And I got to tell you, that number 7 bike, we're already at the checker. 74 takes that checker.
Johnny Murphy takes home the bacon. Johnny Murphy. He'll transfer along with, in second place was, I believe,
it was that number 7 bike.
7, Brad Spencer. They'll go to the main. His occupation, he says, Spencer, he's a hooligan racer.
It's either 69 or 7. We're going to get a graphic about that up in just 1 second, get a little bit more information. But some great racing again. Really intense racing. This is the finals, Larry. This is it.
It's a very tiny track. A lot of fans around here go to Costa Mesa. This is about the same size, maybe a little bit larger than Costa Mesa. It's very, very tight. All right,
really?
Here we go. Yeah, very, very tight track. I'd say 1/8 of a mile, maybe a little bit more. Hard to say, but not very big.
So it looks like we've got some great look-back footage coming your way. Some highlights.
Number 7, Brad Spencer
and
getting the
some
gate.
low lights when the bikes go down.
They're red flagging it right there, but that's a look back at the first heat.
We caught a couple red flags on that last race. No big surprise because this is high-intensity racing. This is the final, so everybody's got some nerves.
Johnny Murphy takes it home, number 1. Brad Spencer, 2nd. Troy Hoff, 3rd. A.J. Kirkpatrick, 4th. This is the first heat. Thomas Fidel, number 5th place. Gabe Vidrione, 6th. And 7th, Brandon Gonzalez. I was trying to run through that because we're going right to the second heat. Coming up now. This is the Indian Motorcycle Super Hooligan race. A lot of people came out today, Jackie, to see this race.
Well, this is absolutely it. Like I keep saying, this is the big deal. They're gridded up. GT's coming off the line, which means they're going to get going here in just 1 second. Here's your Heat 2 coming your way right now. Jordan Faber.
On the pole, James Monaco, number 88 on the pole. Jordan Babber of Palmyra, Iowa in second plot. No, now to 23. Going, let's see, out in front. That's number 88. We mentioned him a minute ago. Number 88 in front.
'88 and 72 is hot on his tail. 72 might make an inside pass right now.
Jody Robinson in it, number 88 in front. 72 running in second spot. That's Jordan Baber of Iowa. Corn-fed boy from Iowa.
Well, if Jordan Baber is on that 88 bike, he won the last race last weekend in Paris, and he's absolutely in the running to win that FTR 750. We've got a yellow flag situation, so no passing because 33 is broken down on turn 2. So it's a no passing situation, but the racing will continue. It's not quite at a full danger level, so everybody keeps pace. No passing is allowed. Checkered flag is coming down.
James Monaco going for it, Jackie. And he's got it. He's got it. Excellent camera work by our crew here today.
Again, this incredible feat, if you're just now tuning in, you are watching the 2017 Moto Beach Classic, and this awesome feat is brought to you, fueled by Valero. You just watched our second heat.
He's interestingly enough, Monaco is on an Indian Scout. Let's get the rundown of this second heat. The Indian motorcycle Super Hooligan race, heat number 2.
I hear some burnouts going on.
Take a look at it again. There's a start. I think Monaco went out. That's Monaco, number 88. He's slicker than a mayonnaise sandwich out in front. Looking back behind, he handles that throttle perfectly. 72 in second spot. That's Jordan Baber, B-A-B-E-R, of Palmyra, Iowa. Corn-fed lad from Iowa, taking second. Let's look at the whole thing. Juan Arciel third, Josh Slay in fourth, Jimmy Garcia fifth, Robert Dixon sixth, and number 7, Scott Jones and Monaco on Baber go right to the main. Oh, that's right. The Dash for Cash coming up, Jackie. The Monaco will go for that. The 4 fastest qualifiers, or the 4 fastest heat, the 4 heat winners will go to the Dash for Cash.
Yet one more opportunity for these folks to win, and take home some big cash with that Dash for Cash, courtesy of Dunlop. Dunlop, the title sponsor for the Dash for Cash. These folks are going to take home more than just a little bit of gas money because there's some real bucks at stake on the line for the Dunlop Dash for Cash. So those folks are going to be really, really pumped about advancing to that race.
Look at the crowd.
Another great shot, courtesy of fueled by Valero of this incredible crowds here at the very first Moto Beach Classic.
It's interesting. Roland Sands gambled a lot to put this thing on, and he is. I'm not just saying it to blow his mind. There are a lot of people here today.
And when we come back, we're going to have more awesome racing action here at the 2017 Moto Beach Classic. So stick around. You are not going to want to miss it.
Good.
We're all fueled by something. That something starts here. Valero top-tier certified quality fuel keeps your engine running cleaner, better, and longer.
Jackie Van Ham and Larry Huffman here, and this is Heat 3, and that guy right there, Joe Kopp, he is won the national championship in 2000 flat track. Watch him. He's number 3, I believe. Jason Clements, Chad Gomer, Adam Wahid, Alphonse Vasquez, Bo Irvin coming in there too. Kopp is so good, Jackie. He is just absolutely unbeatable. And let's see what he does here.
You're absolutely right. Joe Kopp is no joke. He's absolutely at the top of the heap for standings coming into this Super Hooligan final.
He debuted the Indian Scout last year at Santa Rosa, finished 7th, first time out. And as
a great launch, a great hole shot on Joe Kopp's behalf. One of the only bikes out there. He's on a Triumph. He's campaigning a Triumph motorcycle out there. Joe Kopp in position number 1. Your bike number 3. Position number 2 is going to be...
Jason Clements is running in second, number 911, right behind Kopp. And Kopp is just unbeatable. I mean, he should do this, win this all the way.
Very fast, very smooth.
Yep.
Holds an AMA Pro card. Joe Kopp is no joke out here, and he really, really wants to take home that brand new Indian FTR 750. That's the grand prize for the Super Hooligan Series.
From Micah, Washington, up in the Northwest. They've given us some great racers over the years out of the Northwest, and Kopp is following the tradition of some of the greatest. Number 911 in second spot. That's Jason Clements of Huntington Beach, just down the street. But Kopp is out so smooth. He just doesn't make mistakes.
Well, so far he's definitely pretty smoothly walking away with this. And he just took the checker. Absolutely, from start to finish, Joe Kopp had it all in hand on that Triumph motorcycle.
He says he tries to make something go around in circles. It isn't made to go around in circles. Joe Kopp, number 3. And number 911 in second spot, that's Jason Clements of Huntington Beach. There's Kopp taking the accolades of the crowd. Revving it up. He feels good.
Yeah, he's in good shape. He had a really rough spell last week at Paris in the semifinals to this, last weekend's race.
Yeah.
He broke a shift or broke a lever or something happened, and he was DNF last week. So he lost a lot of points. So he really, really, really has to crush it this weekend in order to take home that brand new top prize from Indian Motorcycle, that beautiful 750 FTR race bike.
Yep.
That is provided by Indian Motorcycle. So he means it this weekend, Larry.
So Jason Clements and Joe Kopp will go right to the main event. The rest will go to the, let's see, well, let's take a look back here. There comes Kopp leading him out. He's cocky like a lot of racers are. He's good, but he's got a lot of self-confidence. You know, it's interesting. These guys race on the mile track. They will hit 135 miles an hour in the curve. And I asked one of them, I don't think I asked Kopp, I said, what happens? You guys got to trust each other. He said, oh, yeah, we do. And if somebody gets out of line, we let him have. Here's your results from Heat 3. Joe Kopp, Jason Clements, Chad Gomer, Adam Waheed, Bo Irvin, and Alfonso Vasquez. The Heat 3. Let's go to Heat 4 now. Coming up with the Super Hooligan. The Indian Motorcycle Super Hooligan. Let's get that note in there.
Absolutely. Super Hooligan Race Series presented by Roland Sands Design and Indian Motorcycle. It's in its, I believe, second or third year that they've been organizing and putting on this incredible race event. And this year, absolutely barn burner going on today. We're at Heat 4. The bikes are on the grid, and as you can see,
Andy DeBrino, 23 years old. Chris Wiggins, 34. Joey Robertson, 21. Aaron Godardo, 29. And Martin Atkins, 30 years old. And Sean Guadardo also in this heat. So
Aaron and Sean, brothers from Suicide Machine Company. I always like watching them race head-to-head against each other. It's always exciting. And there they go. Woo! Getting wide and getting a little sideways. Turn 1 into 2. Bike number 62 is your race leader.
Yeah, looking
55 in your second position.
And unfortunately, we don't have a name on 62. And he's pulling away from the race. Wow, from the rest of the pack, rather.
Absolutely. Racer 62 easily starting to step out and walk away with this race right now. Nice smooth riding going on. Several bike lengths between him and Racer in the second position. So this is a little bit of a cakewalk.
55, I think that's running in second.
Yes.
Final lap, 55 running second. Chasing number 62, and I apologize, we do not have the names. We'll get them for you in just a moment.
62 takes that checker with one wheel up in the ground, celebrating that victory.
That's usually an indication they're very, very happy, Jackie. Really.
I think so too, Larry. I think that's definitely an indication
it's like
of
09
good
in
times.
second, and I'm not sure who that is.
I was trying to read the back of that jersey, and I couldn't quite see it.
They'll give us the lineup in just a moment. Here we go. It's number 62 taking the victory lap with the checkered flag. The Indian Super Hooligan race here at Bolsa Chica on the sand, Huntington Beach.
Look at that paddock.
Fueled
Look at
by
that
Valero.
crowd.
Yeah, look at that. My God, there's a lot of people here today.
Just a phenomenal event.
Here's the recap. Taking a look at it. Here's 62 coming out who finished second. I'm sorry, who won the race. Oh, gets a kind of a shaky start. Boy, the people are jamming the fences here to see this. Roland Sands has got to be happy.
Yeah, definitely a brilliant, brilliant inaugural race event. If you are not here, you need to put this on your bucket list for next year because
Dandy DeBrino, the number one, won it. Finishing first, I should say. Joey Robinson second, Chris Wiggins third, Aaron Gardotto fourth, Sean Gardotto fifth, and Mark Atkins in sixth spot. Heat 4 on the Indian Motorcycles, the title sponsor of the Super Hooligan race. Looks like this could be heat number 5. Chris McDougall, Mikey Hill, Rennie Skaysbrook, Nick Nafroni, Jimmy Cyphers, and Elliott Wood. Heat number 5, ladies and gentlemen, through the mud, the blood, and the beer.
And again, first and second for this advance, right, Larry?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
It looks like 24 might be the leader.
So I think
198.
211.
214 is the leader.
214.
214 is the leader.
And we do not have a name on 214, I'm sorry to say.
Oh, Frankie Garcia. Frankie Garcia, who also was our winner from the BMW Boxer Cup.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Man, he is having a great day out here. Just incredible racing. Nice, smooth racing going on. He is just crushing it out here.
You couldn't get further away from the Boxer Cup. 2 motorcycles, absolutely.
But interesting enough, Frankie Garcia on that
Yeah.
bike, he's on a Ducati Scrambler, one of the few other manufacturers competing today other than Indian Motorcycle and Harley Davidson. So I think that that's really neat to point out that he's on another manufacturer. I'd love to see those different bikes out there. Final lap, Frankie Garcia clearly going to walk away with it.
He's not making any mistakes at all. Checkered flag, Garcia.
A great, great race effort for Frankie Garcia today. How many wins, how many checkered flags is he going to take home today, Larry?
He's going to take home some money from the hairy palm of Roland Sands, I'm telling you.
I think he's taking home everything today. He is not monkeying around out there. He's having an awesome day so far. We're going to have some highlights for this incredible race coming your way in just a second. But congratulations.
Yep. Waving to the crowd, taking the accolades of the crowd. He earned it, no question about that. We'll get the result. We'll get the lineup, the finish in just a moment. He's on a Scrambler, a Ducati Scrambler. You don't see many of those.
Yep.
Italian motorcycle, great bike. You don't see many of them.
Fantastic bike, 800cc, so it totally fits this class.
Yep.
Again, in order to compete here in the Super Hooligans.
Here's a look back at it. Let's watch him, 214, Garcia. Sitting on the pole, gets a hole shot, goes out in front, pulls away. Guy is good. Garcia is good.
Garcia's having a great day, and again, to compete in the Super Hooligan Series, it's 750cc and above.
Or larger,
no
yeah.
front brake, and you must have flat track tires on that bike. Limited modifications are allowed to the frame, 0 modifications to the engine. Those are going to be some of the rules in order to compete here in the Super Hooligan Race Series presented by Roland Sands Design and Indian Motorcycle. And look at that, we're already heading into our next grid.
Indian Motorcycle Super Hooligans again coming out. Here we go. Let's see. 114. That's Chris McDougall on the pole. Number 86 running in second spot. Lined up in second spot, I should say. Number 86. Yeah, that's Mikey Hill of Long Beach. And Joe Kopp. Kopp is back again. I think that's the wrong graphic. I think that this is heat number 5. And that's 114 on the pole. Chris McDougall, I know nothing about him. 86 in second. Lined up in second, I should say. There's a start.
Great launch from 86 out there on the grid.
That's Mikey Hill of Long Beach opening up. He is on a Harley-Davidson 1200 Sportster. 114 running in third spot.
And
that's Chris McDougall.
He's part of Team Rusty Butcher out there showing those yellow and black colors. We have gone to a yellow flag situation. There's a bike broke down in turn 3 into 4. So we're still yellow flag and still continuing the racing, however.
Mikey Hill and Chris McDougall 1 and 2. You get a good look at them there. Now the asphalt is beginning to show through the dirt, which could make it interesting.
It definitely does make it interesting. As you can see, it's starting to get really dusty out there, which means it's getting a little bit slippery.
They're going to put some water
down. And then those patches of concrete are going to let the bikes hook up a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to put some water down, I think.
It's definitely got to be a really challenging race surface right this second.
Well, you know, it's interesting, Jackie. It's clay and dirt. They've mixed it together to get the optimum racing surface.
Yellow flag, we're at final lap. 86, that Rusty Butcher bike is still in the lead, but 114 is hot on his tail. He might make a pass. I don't think he's going to have time.
Mikey Hill holding on, and there's a checkered flag, and Mikey Hill takes it. Mikey Hill got 963 on his leathers, 88 on his bike. Harley-Davidson Sportster, big one, 1200cc.
We're going to have some highlights of that last heat coming your way in just a second. But Hill doing a great job. Smooth race start to finish. No red flags, thank goodness. So nice smooth race.
Chris McDougall, I believe, finishing in second spot. We'll check it in just a moment. Get the lineup there, the finish. Larry Huffman and Jackie Van Ham calling the action here. We'll get Chris Cote back in just a little bit for some more of the action. We're seeing the Indian Motorcycle Super Hooligan races. Here's another look at it. 86 taking the gate. Mikey Hill out of Long Beach.
Mikey Hill having a great race, a nice smooth race for him. And that's a pretty big dude on a pretty big bike to navigate this pretty small track.
Yep,
so
it is.
That
He's
took
a big
lot
guy.
of effort to muscle that bike around, but he had a really good run and that celebratory wheelie right at the end for you.
Yep. There's a look at the pits from our air drone. You can look around and see everything that's going on in the pits.
Absolutely jam-packed pit and paddock area here for the Roland Sands designed and Indian Motorcycle Super Hooligan Finals here at the Moto Beach Classic.
Look at the people. I mean, Jackie,
just
my Lord, that's a lot
everywhere.
of people.
Look at everybody. This incredible feat is fueled by Valero, of course.
Yes, of
And
course.
you are seeing footage now of the people wandering up and down the beach. A spectacular day, incredible crowds, surf competition, awesome music, incredible vendors, drag races, and now the Super Hooligan Finals right now. Larry Huffman, oh my goodness, could they pack any more action into this day?
It's good. It's a really good balance, I think, today, Jackie. You've got everything from street bikes to boxers, BMW boxers, to flat trackers, to just
hand
everything.
Shift, to antique.
Yeah,
we had
antique
choppers.
bikes. Good point.
It's
Good
been
point.
everything here.
Yep.
Well, it sounds like we are heading into our next grid. Our next grid sounds like it's going to be the Run What You Brung class.
Oh, that's interesting.
Always a crowd favorite. I have to tell you, it's a personal favorite of mine as well, because these are literally folks that sometimes at some race events I've been to, they ride the bike here, they tape up that front headlight, tape up those turn signals or take off those signals, and just head right out to the grids and race. I've watched dudes show up in just a leather jacket and a helmet like at Daytona this year. They rode in, gridded, and raced.
I think we may be going to the brakeless heats. Jim Otell a vintage Indian. He'll be rating. I'm seeing Otel is bringing a vintage Indian for Roland Sands to race, and then Go Takimi is from Japan. I'm not exactly sure what this is, and hopefully we'll find out real soon. But a brakeless heat is apparently what we've got coming up now.
So again, it's Hooligan Race Series, so you never know what you're going to get. It's no rules, which sometimes plays havoc with our grid sheets and with our load-in and our paddock sheets. So it's Run What You Brung is what's loading in right now, because you can see, look, there's a dirt bike out there. There's going to be some V-twin bikes out there. There's a little bit of everything going on out there. So this is definitely a Run What You Brung class. And then right after is going to be the Dunlop-sponsored Dash for Cash. So Larry, as you can see, this is Run What You Brung, so it's a little bit of everything. Look how wild that grid is. There's dirt bikes, there's vintage bikes, there's great big huge V-twin bikes. There's everything out there. Is that a scooter?
Guys, I had to come back for the Run What You Brung, because just like these guys, I came in off the street to watch this race, and I am psyched for this one. Had to jump back in.
Here's the lineup. Aaron Fitzsimmons, Arvin Rodriguez, Bob Morales, Chris Corum, Phil Holcomb, Scott Dimmick, Son McDonald, Shaw Parrow, Tracy Williams, Vince Lee, Zach Warnick, and Sean McConnell, who is a speedway racer and an ex-promoter, a good friend of ours.
So you got 20-year-olds versus 60-year-olds, basically. Yeah. Anything goes in this
Literally
race.
Run What You Brung.
What's the weirdest bike you see out there? The most non-equipped bike for flat track racing?
Well, I always love seeing great big baggers and weird stuff and scooters out there. We don't have any of those today, but I got to tell you, I'm really curious about these dirt bikes out there, because, of course, that's the right machine for the right job. So these guys already have an advantage over the V-twins that just went down. We've got a crash. Turn 1 into 2 has gone down. It's a yellow flag situation right now, though. We haven't gone to red. So the race is going to continue. Oh, and he got up and he got going again. Perfect. So we're continuing on with the Run What You Brung class. It looks like our leader is that bike 6, or 229 is on that bike as well. That is going to be a 350 or 450 dirt bike, it looks like. Right tool for the right job, the appropriate machine out here to navigate this little itty-bitty track. I'm real curious about who's campaigning that bike. I see an awful lot of long blonde hair flowing out of there and something taped on that helmet. And that's what I love about this class, Chris Cote. You never know what you're going to get. Like, sometimes it's costumes, sometimes it's sidecars. I've seen baggers, I've seen cruisers, I've seen all sorts of awesome stuff out there.
So generally,
I would
see this as a free-for-all, but these guys obviously know what they're doing.
Well, it's a controlled free-for-all. It's
yeah,
you know,
I like that.
That is Sean McConnell. Now notice they call him Mad Dog, and those are felt ears on his helmet. That's not the normal number he wears. 58 years old, out of Orange County. Sean Mad Dog McConnell, hence the ears on the helmet.
Clearly a local favorite, because I don't know if you can hear it on the feed, our friends out there in internet land, but the crowd went bonkers. He is absolutely a fan favorite. This is a local that just won this class.
58 years old. He's an animal. His wife is a physician's assistant named Robin. They used to promote at San Bernardino, and they quit several years ago. Sean McConnell, ladies and gentlemen.
That's wonderful. I love seeing awesome locals win.
If you're going to be a flat track racer, it helps to have a physician assistant as a wife.
It probably is very convenient to have a doctor as your spouse.
So this is one of the oldest guys in the race, but now definitely the fastest.
58 years young and crushing it out there. Congratulations, Mad Dog. But you got to give that checkered flag back, my friend.
Yep.
So I sense a wheelie. I sense a wheelie coming.
We'll be right back with more exciting action, including the Dash for Cash with the top winners of the heat races, going for all the gold in just a few moments. Don't go away.
It's what happens between fill-ups. So top-tier certified quality fuel from Valero keeps your engine running cleaner, better, and longer.
My name is Roland Sands. I'm a father, a husband, a designer, bike builder, and a hooligan motorcycle racer. Some people might call what we do crazy, but the reality is, it's what keeps us sane. For us hooligans, it's not just about winning, it's about a movement and having more fun than should be legal. Is there risk involved? Of course there is. People get hurt all the time, and it takes a lot of hard work to get yourself to the next event. The addiction, it's a real thing. Riding and racing, that's what we live for.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Back here, Larry Huffman and Jackie Van Ham, and this is the Dash for Cash, live from Bolsa Chica, California.
And they're gritting up right now for the Dunlop-sponsored Dash for Cash. And this is it, the opportunity for these guys to take home a little bit of extra spending money, a little bit of extra gas money for these folks to take home with them, the Dunlop Dash for Cash. In case winner take all, if you're just now tuning in, this is the 2017 Moto Beach Classic, and away they go. Bike number 1 is in your lead. Your buddy Mad Dog on bike number 6 is in the second position.
Yeah, Mad Dog McConnell in second spot, going for the gold, going for the leader. That's your number 1 rider.
Kaufman, that looked like Cale Kaufman on the back of his jersey. If I can get a confirmation on that, Larry.
I wish I could,
yes. He
yes.
is not monkeying around out there. That bike number 1 is really interested in taking home some cold, hard spending money, courtesy of Dunlop Tires. You are watching right now the Dunlop Dash for Cash, and you are tuned in to the 2017 Moto Beach Classic from Roland Sands Design, fueled by Valero. Bike number 1 is your leader. Bike number 6, which is Mad Dog, who just won the Run What You Brung classes, in our second position. And there's plenty of room between 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 is walking away with it pretty easily, and I think that's Cale Kaufman.
Yeah,
Final lap.
I think you may be right. I think he's got the money.
Down.
Coleman, I believe.
He made that look very easy on that beautiful flathead bike.
I apologize. I did not know his name. Number 1, that's the first mistake I've made, and if you believe that, you'll believe there'll be a Richard Simmons Jr. He takes home the bacon, the checkered flag, and all the money.
And
John McConnell second.
He's going to throw a little dirt and a little dust for our fans in turn 1 into 2. With that checkered flag and that beautiful antique bike, good for him.
Great
he
racing.
Wasn't even on a modern bike and won the Dash for Cash. That was incredible.
That's very interesting. Seriously.
And he's just not giving it up. What is this? Is this lap number 3? Celebratory lap number 3 now?
He's
not
fun.
done. He's not done partying. He's having
happy.
a good time.
The happy boy. Oh, that's cool. That's really good.
Again, a nice.
It's an Indian. That's an old Indian, Jack.
That is. That's
blows
a
me away.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's got to be at least
That's
50
a
years
hand
old.
shift Indian.
More than that, actually. Is that a hand shift?
Yep.
My God.
Yeah, that's a hand shift bike as well.
That dates back to the 30s or early 40s. That's incredible.
Look at him doubling down. That was not only not a modern bike, that was a hand shift bike, and he just took home a handful of cash, courtesy of our friends at Dunlop Tire. That was the brakeless class. That whole time I thought that was a hand shift, or that was a dash for cash. We lied, folks. Again, it's hooligan racing. You never know what you're going to get.
No brakes.
This was a no-brake, brakeless class, which is why he was out there crushing it on that hand shift antique bike. That's the brakeless class that you just saw. I apologize, that was not the dash for cash. Again, it's all hooligan. They want to change grids. They want to mix it up. They want to put different bikes out there. We just got to play along with it. Right, Larry?
They did. And it was still a good race.
But
he was smooth.
Incredible racing on that hand shift bike. That was absolutely bonkers. Super smooth, throwing up that dust on that celebratory lap for us. That was incredible.
Roland Sands Designs bringing you this incredible Moto Beach Classic here today at Bolsa Chica, right on the border between Seal Beach and Huntington Beach. Bolsa Chica State Beach. A lot of people said this will never happen. You can't put a race on like this, and my God, Roland did.
Expect the unexpected, I suppose, out of this camp over here. And again, a big thanks to the Roland Sands Design team and all of his people, because they absolutely knocked it out of the park. Look at this beautiful event.
Yep. And
Look
that's the
at
sand
all
right
that
there on the
incredible
beach.
footage. We've got a concert going on. We've got vendors. We've got food. We've got drink. We've got racing. We've had surfing. We've had drag racing.
Across the road, we saw a moment ago, that's the wetlands of Bolsa Chica, just across the street.
The state park.
There it is, right there,
The preserved wetlands over there.
Right,
look at that across the street.
Look at the people on the
all those
street.
folks trying to get in.
PCH, Highway 1, right out there. Jody Nelson is our producer. She's done an incredible job of making this thing all come together today. She has not slept for I don't know how long. She got up, I think she got to bed at, Jody was telling me, I think she got to bed at like 4 o'clock, was up at 5:30, giving us as much information as she could. And it's really helps.
We're absolutely right. This is entirely a passion-driven project for everybody here. They pulled together the best, the cream of the crop for this event. Everybody that's absolutely moto nerds, moto family, absolutely passionate about everything out here on two wheels. And that is the 2017 Moto Beach Classic from Roland Sands Design, and you are watching the Super Hooligan Race Final. Super Hooligan Race is presented by Roland Sands Design and Indian Motorcycle. This is the 10th stop of the 2017 race series. This is it. This is the final. This is the big kahuna, the winner of this series tonight, who, by the way, first and second place, Larry Huffman, are only separated by 1 point, and the number one winner, the grand prize winner for tonight, is going to take home a brand new $47,000 FTR 750.
Coming up now is the winners of the heats in the Super Hooligan class. I think what's 6 heats, 4 heats. There they are right there. So you've got six riders, and they're going for the Dash for Cash. Again, I believe this is winner take all. The Dash for Cash winner take all.
Do we have a confirmation this is the Dunlop Dash for Cash? Excellent. Well, welcome to the Super Hooligan Finals. This is the excellent Dunlop Dash for Cash. $1,000 is on the line. Winner take all. This is the winners from the first 6 heats of the Super Hooligans. These folks are going to be banging bars trying to take home that $1,000. Fistful of cash courtesy of Dunlop Tires, and away they go. Bike 86 looks like it was your leader. It is 86. That's the gentleman who's racing from Rusty Butcher. McDonald, I think is his last name, 86. Right behind him is 62. That's DeBrino. DeBrino is hot on his tail. This is the Dunlop Dash for Cash that you are watching right now. The top 6 finishers of the first 6 heats are dashing for that $1,000 of cash, courtesy of Dunlop Tire. 86 is your race number 1. They are here on behalf of Rusty Butcher Race Team. Hot on his hot on his rear tire is DeBrino. DeBrino is out there absolutely looking to make a pass during this excellent race. Smooth riding, though, being put in by McDonald.
I apologize, do not have the final lap, number 62, 863 on his leathers, but I'll check that. 80, let's check as they come around.
And this is it, 86. Take it home, that dash for cash again. I believe that racer is McDonald, that's a local boy. He's here racing on behalf of Rusty Butcher, proudly wearing those yellow and black leathers out there. Racer number 2, our second spot, but it doesn't matter because it's winner take all. But number 2 was DeBrino. Yep. Again, smooth riding. We discussed it earlier. That's a pretty big dude on that big 1200 bike, right?
He's a big dude.
Larry?
Yep, he's a very big dude and a lot of weight on there. But he's got a pretty big bike. I think it's a big V twin, I believe.
Absolutely. We saw him race earlier. That's a big 1200 Harley Davidson that he's muscling around this short track.
Interesting. He raced that without a face shield. Without a face shield. No. Well, I'm sorry. He didn't put it up. There you go. I thought he did not run, which is really dangerous. You got to have at least goggles out there.
No, I think they're making everybody put the shields down.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get a little too dusty out there anyway.
Yeah. Good point.
Coming your way in just a second, though. We're going to have highlights of that dash for cash.
There it is. He gets a great hole shot. Virus is on his jersey.
That's his nickname. We're going to have the actual
results
last
in just a
name
moment.
for you. Just a moment.
He let it all of
the Team
wire
Rusty
to wire.
Butcher.
Wire to wire, your winner. Well, the sun's starting to go down a little bit in the west here, and we're still got a lot of racing going on for this Roland Sands Indian sponsored event, the Moto Beach Classic here at Bolsa Chica State Beach.
Absolutely. If you're just now tuning in, you are watching the 2017 Moto Beach Classic presented by Roland Sands Design. This incredible live feed is brought to you, fueled by Valero, and I believe we're going to head over to the track and try to track down, no pun intended, we're going to track down our trackside reporter, Mr. Greg Tomlinson. GT, are you down there trackside? We're trying to find him, but he's a super busy dude down there helping these grids get in and out and keep this race program on track and running smooth. Guys. It's been an excellent race event so far all day long today. No big mishaps going on, Larry.
What's interesting, I think, Jackie, is the different types of people here. Little kids, 2, 3 years old, all the way up to people 70s and 80s, and a lot of people, younger people, too. Here, it's a very interesting crowd.
Well, I love that they've reached out, and you're right. This type of racing brings everybody. This is a family event.
It does. It really does.
There's a lot of dads racing, and speaking of dads racing, our favorite dad racer, GT Tomlinson, is trackside. What's going on down there, GT?
Hey, thanks, Jackie. Now I'm with Roland Sands, and Roland, this is your series, and this is the Grand Championship. Tell us about it.
I couldn't think of a more fitting place to do it than my hometown. You know, I'm in Bolsa Chica here. This is where I've surfed my whole life. I grew up around this place, so bringing motorcycle racing to the beach and bringing all of these hooligans here to put on a show for everybody, I couldn't ask for a better day.
Tell us about the bikes and the classes that run within the Super Hooligan.
So there's a lot of different bikes. We got Indians, Harleys, Triumphs. We got BMWs, Indians, already said Indians, Ducatis, a little bit of everything, you know, and that's what makes it really cool. It's 750cc and over, street bikes. They have to be street bike chassis with flat track tires. So, I'm really excited today because we're going to give away a $50,000 FTR Indian Scout to the winner of the Super Hooligan Championship. There's only 1 point separating Brad Spencer and Joe Kopp.
And so, how many races have been in the series this year?
This will be the 10th race, so this is the finale.
And tell us, where have you been?
We've been all over the place. All over the place this year. We've been across the country. I mean, we've been up in Portland. We've been out in Dixie. We were out in, where the hell else were we? We were all over the place. I can't even remember right now. My brain's so fried. We went across the country.
Okay, guys. So it's all on the line. And Roland, really quick, the A main, B main. B main is 6 laps. Is that just loser consolation, or will the winner of the B main top 2 go into the main?
The winner of the B main goes to the A main. So there'll be 13 riders in the A main, 12 laps.
All right, guys. So as we're stalling a minute because we have a couple transponders that have been checked out. So you just heard from Roland. And if you guys like what you see, we'll be here. I hope we'll be here next year.
I do too. This has been sweet.
So a day of surfing, drag racing, architects of inspiration, and it all culminates here in the Grand National Championship here at Roland Sands Super Hooligan race, provided by Indian. We'll throw it back to you guys now.
Thank you very much, GT. We'll be right back with more exciting action from the beach. Don't touch that remote.
Hooligan racing. It's taking whatever stock bike you can find, putting it on a flat track, and going out and riding with your buddies. Whether you're a lawyer, bartender, an accountant, or a bricklayer, if you can put a motorcycle together, you can come out and race with us.
In the beginning, motorcycle racing was raw, totally unscripted. It wasn't super well organized. The history of the hooligans really harkens back to the good old days, to the early 30s and late 20s. And the very first dirt track races ever run were on a grass track.
The rules are loose at best. 750cc V-twins and stock chassis. Dirt track tires, no front brake. If you can put that together, then you can line up with us and race. There are literally thousands of racetracks across the country, and that number just keeps getting bigger. The tracks are made of dirt, pavement, grass, ice, snow, and it pretty much means we can race anywhere, anytime, on just about anything.
And welcome back to the 2017 Moto Beach Classic here live at Bolsa Chica here in California. An absolutely gorgeous and action-packed day. You are watching the live feed fueled by Valero, and you are getting ready to watch the Super Hooligan Finals presented by Roland Sands Design and Indian Motorcycle.
A rider you never think about being on a BMW is Peter Fonda. I was at emceeing the LA International Motorcycle Show. This was 30 years ago. Peter Fonda shipped his BMW Boxer down from Montana and sold it at the show. And I said to him, I says, would you sign it? Meaning he'd sign the tank. And he said, I'll sign the pink slip. I said, no, sign the tank. And he sold that BMW Boxer, his own personal bike, at the show. You don't think of Fonda on a BMW.
No, that's not the first thing I'd put together in my mind when I think about the Easy Rider.
At another race, Del Mar, I was announcing the mile. I was interviewing him in front of a big crowd, and we were talking about Easy Rider, which was the epitome of motorcycle movies of that type. And I said, what do you think about when you think about shooting Easy Rider? And he says, I think about being in Texas at a rundown motel. We were filming, and I was in the bathtub taking a bath at night, smoking a joint, and the radio was on, and on came the subject about that Robert Kennedy had just been killed. This is 1968. And he said, we got the hell out of Texas that night. True story.
Super heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Larry Huffman, the legendary Hall of Famer announcer Larry Huffman. You never have a shortage of amazing stories for us.
I've had some good times, and I talked to him after we got off the stage, and I says, thanks, Peter, for talking to people. He said, Larry, these people buy tickets to my movies, and I thought that was so cool. He was very nice.
Absolutely. I've heard really great stories about Peter Fonda like that, too, that he's a really, really nice, very gracious.
Yeah, he's a very nice
very
guy.
gracious motorcycle enthusiast.
Yep.
Genuinely, in his own real life, he's a huge motorcycle fan. So if you're just now tuning in, you are watching the loading in and the grid action, and we are getting ready to head into our last couple mains, our main races here at the 2017 Moto Beach Classic, presented by Roland Sands Design and Indian Motorcycle. This is it, Larry. This is the big ball of wax, the grand enchilada, the grand finale. These guys are banging bars, hoping to take home that brand new 750 FTR motorcycle, the race machine that just won and swept the AFT American Flat Track Race Series. The winner of this race today is the winner of the series for tonight.
Yeah, the winner of the series.
Yeah, the winner of the series is going to take home that $47,000 brand new race Indian FTR.
I think this is the Super Hooligan B main event. Is that right? Coming up right now?
I believe that is the case. They're going to be doing a little bit of staging. You can see them on the opposite side of that Red Bull. I think they had some timing and transponders and things they had to address because this is the serious race. Yep. Everything today has been relatively serious, but this is the real serious deal. There can be no monkeying around, no missteps, no digital delays, nothing wrong. So they're taking that extra time to really focus, make sure they have the equipment right, make sure everything, all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, because you're right, we're heading into the B main of the Super Hooligan series. This is going to be a 6-lap dash, and the winner of this advances to the A main.
The only one that goes to the main is the winner.
They only get one chance at this B main to advance and have one last final chance to go to the A main.
Yeah, the winner goes to the main event of this one. This is the Super Hooligan B main event.
And here they come. They're starting to head on out. You can see, look how packed that pit and paddock is behind them. Look at all those incredible fans. That is a very crowded grid out there.
12 riders.
12 riders in this B main, and only the very first, the top finisher is the only one that has a chance to advance. Here's your format right now on the lower right-hand side. This is 12 racers total, 6-lap dash. The winner's going to advance to our A main, which is the great big kahuna, the big enchilada, as it were. The winner of this B main is going to advance. So this is going to be very high-pressure situation. This is very fast. This is only 6 laps. You see a Yamaha on the grid. You see a lot of V-twin bikes out there. You see a scrambler on that second grid. That probably looks like our buddy back there, Frankie, that's been having a great day so far. That looks like that might be him back there.
Frankie Garcia.
And away they go in just one moment. Everybody's lined up. And there they go. And like I said, high pressure. There's going to be some bar banging. Some bikes are going to go down. It looks like 4 or 5 bikes went down.
It's red flag. They can't get them out of the way.
They've got to red flag it. Yeah, that's too much traffic.
Yeah.
They're going to red flag this, as you can see now. Everyone's getting up, though.
Well, they weren't going that fast when it happened. I mean, they were just, getting started, and that's what happened. You got 12 bikes out there. Every one of them wants to get that first place. They want to go to the main.
That's 12 bikes fighting for one tiny little piece of real estate to get that hole shot, to get that first chance to go turn 1 into 2.
Absolutely.
And so they're absolutely going to be a little bit of smash derby. I already anticipated that was going to be the case, and this is really, really high pressure out there. But it looks like everybody's okay. Everybody's getting back up. All the bikes are going to get pushed off the track. They're going to get a chance to re-grid, and they might have to do a little bit of track maintenance because it looks like there might be some divots and some little dips out there. So we might have a moment here. There we go, the little playback. And your replay footage.
Oh, wow.
Of the yard sale that just happened down there. But no fear, because we always have incredible medical staff at all of these races.
Yeah,
of course,
good point.
Safety is of the utmost concern.
And, of course, they're wearing full-face helmets, most of them, and they're running leathers and boots, so they've got to do that.
Oh, yeah, no. It's in the law book. It's in the rule book for Super Hooligan.
Yeah.
You have to have the appropriate race gear on. There's no monkeying around out there in gym shoes or anything like that.
Nope. These guys are deadly serious.
Alrighty, I can see already on the big screen, our GT is out there helping clean up the track for us. the man with the plan. He does everything. He gives us some information. He gives us the inside scoop. He does interviews. He also preps the track.
Yeah, I don't want to be a brown noser, but he is the greatest human being ever to walk the face of the earth. Just want to throw that out. You know what I mean?
A little shout out to Greg Tomlinson out there, working hard for us. The hardest working man next to Roland Sands.
There you go.
At the event today, of course. So they're going to regrid.
He was having a tough time, him and his wife, having sex. They're so tired they had to go to jumper cables. That's how they did it. It's very weird.
I don't even know what that means, but that's amazing. You can say anything to me, Larry, and I'd be super pumped about it. Okay, now look. They're going to load them back in here. And then these bikes are going to take off. Again, this is a huge, deep grid. This is 12 bikes, and there's only one chance to advance to A main. This is it. So again, very high-pressure situation. There's always some potential for a little bit of shenanigans and oopsie-daisy, but let's hope for the best. Someone's 51. Got their hand up, so somebody's got a problem on the track.
51 on the pole. I do not have a name on him. 83 in second, then 110.
That might be a Cordado brother with that suicide machine.
That may be, yeah, that may be.
With that suicide machine jersey on, that might be one of the Cordado brothers. All right, everyone's loaded in. That's it. And away they go.
It's like a clean start.
Oh. Okay, they've got to go to red flag. Yep.
Red flag.
There was
one bike got tangled, and he's hurt. He's hurt. That's not good at all.
And these two bikes coming out of two are still literally tangled up. Their bars were hooked up together, and they were getting dragged along together. Again, very, very, very close, very high intensity racing going on right now. The rider that went down on that hole shot, turn 1 into 2, is being seen to by the excellent medical staff that we have here. They're going to make sure he's okay.
I think it is Troy Hoff, the rider who's down, number 23. Troy Hoff, but I'm not sure.
He's getting up. All right.
He's up. Renski, that's 33, Renski.
There you go. And the crowd goes wild. That's a Super Hooligan and a flat track tradition. If somebody crashes when they get up, you cheer for them, give them some support, give them some
interesting.
love.
The 33 bike, the rider that went down, is from Australia. Rennie Skaesborough from Sydney, Australia, on a Yamaha 950.
All right. Everybody looks like they're up. Everybody looks like they're okay. He's going to shake it off. He's going to walk it off. He's going to be fine. But again, we're going to regrid for this B main. Oh. Teamwork makes the dream work out there. Look at that. Helping him out with his goggles. That's how we do here at Super Hooligan. It's all moto family. We're all friends. We're all family here. Except when that checkered flag drops.
On the pole.
Smack talking stops, Larry.
One Chad, that's Chad Gomer of Long Beach on a Harley Davidson, the number 23, right next to him. 23, let's check. We got a number on 23, a name. I don't think we do. Oh, yes, Troy Hoff of Westminster on the pole, number 23. He's on a big Indian. Boy, that guy, it's a big engine bike. It's a number 23, a 999cc Indian.
That is.
It's called a Scout 60.
Absolutely.
Here comes 83 back on the pole.
On one of the only Yamahas out on the grid. And away they go, hoping for a nice clean start. It looks like it is. Everyone's got away clear. We've got a great start. It's a white flag, or not white flag, green flag situation. Everybody's still racing. Number 9 is going to be your lead bike. We did just have a turn right behind him.
That's Chris Wiggins, number 9 in front. And we got a crash. Hoff is upset. Heat shake, number 23, Hoff. That's Troy Hoff of Westminster, just a few blocks from the track.
So unfortunately, Chris Wiggins got a really good jump on that race, and he was starting to break away clean and have a nice smooth shot at it. And unfortunately, he is going to be regridded because we're in a red flag situation again.
And as you pointed out, the last chance to go to the main event. The one guy will go. The rest of them are done. That's it. So the one guy gets to the main.
So there seems to be a little bit of concern down on the grids. Lots of hand wringing and head shaking. Again, this is kind of a high pressure situation. So you got to understand that everybody means serious business down there, but of course safety is of the utmost concern. So we got to make sure everybody's got to go around the track in one piece.
He was just laying it over just a little bit too far. He went down, see, right there in front. 23 hits him.
And we are at, I think, our third or fourth re-grid for the Super Hooligan Last Chance Qualifier,
Yeah.
also known as our B-Main. Larry and I have been calling it our B-Main, but that also is the Last Chance Qualifier, the LCQ.
Winner goes to the main, number 69 there. That is Damon York out of Santa Ana, I believe, on the pole. Damon York, 69.
And away they go, and it looks like another hopefully clean start for this third red restart. Another crash, 1 into 2. It looked like they just dropped a bike, so hopefully they can get that out of the way and we can continue racing.
Rennie Skaesborough, number 33, out of Australia.
Perfect.
No, 23. I'd stand corrected. 23.
Hoffy is in your position 1.
Yep.
Bike number 30, 83
It's
is
Troy
bike
Hoff.
number
Troy
2.
Hoff in front, 23.
Troy Hoffman is our leader. Final lap. There we go. Check it down. Our leader for the last lap was that Troy Hoffman.
Yep. Number 23 out of Westminster.
So it looks like Troy Hoffman is going to take this checkered flag. Yep. He even was looking behind him. There we go. Good man. Troy Hoffman is going to
He's
advance.
a stunt rider, professional stunt rider. Kind of interesting.
He's going to advance to the Super Hooligan Final, which is a 12-lap final coming up next. That looks like Chris Wiggins over there doing some, letting off a little steam, letting off a little smoke over there, Larry. It is a hooligan race. We officially have no more control here.
Yeah, well, they know they're not. Those are the guys that didn't win, so they don't care about the tires.
Yeah,
they're just having a good time.
Yeah. It's absolutely all about putting that show on over there. They're going to give a little smoke show to those fans.
Well, they did that. They
over on the beach
certainly
side.
did that.
But that's what it's all about here at Hooligan Racing. And you never
crowd
quite
loves
know
it.
what you're going to get.
The crowd loves it.
Oh, the crowd absolutely loves it. Everybody loves a big, nasty smoke out, burnout. He's got plenty of fans over there. I think he's trying to shred that tire.
It's what happens when first cousins intermarry.
That's okay. I think it's awesome that they're out there having a great time, having fun, giving a show to this crowd out here. You know, it's been an exciting day. We're heading into the Super Hooligan Final.
The final.
You know, it's time to rock out and just. The crowd loves it. The crowd is going bonkers.
Through the mud, the blood, and the beer.
Everybody, yeah, just a great time out here. Again,
the sun's starting to go down, and we still got racing to go, and we'll have the opening, the closing ceremonies that have been and give away that Indian bike.
And again, the lunatics are in charge of the asylum. We have total chaos down there. We have officially lost control of the Hooligan Race Series because these boys now are going to go head-to-head and do some big, smoky, nasty burnouts and some awesome high fives.
We're really getting some good shots from our drone. I think it's incredible what they've done with that and the way it's being called.
Absolutely. All this incredible footage, all this incredible feed, of course, is fueled by Valero. So thanks to the folks at Valero.
Thank you, Jackie. Good point.
We appreciate you for stepping up and making all this awesome footage and live stream happen to everybody out there
Jackie Van Ham
that's watching.
Jackie Van Ham and Larry Hope on the microphone. We'll have Chris Cote back in a little bit when we wrap things up. Some shots of crashes a few minutes ago.
Absolutely. A big, huge grid, a last chance qualifier is a recipe for bikes going down. It's definitely a recipe for getting tangled up in a little bit of banging bars out there for sure. So after a series of restarts, we finally got that race completed. Was it Ryan Hoffman, I believe, that advanced to the main?
Hoff, I believe. Troy Hoff, I believe.
Troy Hoff, that's right. Troy Hoff.
Number 41. I'm sorry, number 23, Troy Hoff.
Well, Troy Hoff is stoked, and he is going to be advancing to the A main.
And somebody asked him what his definition of hooligan racing was, and I say, quote, he says, running amok and putting on a good show.
Well, I think he absolutely lived up to his motto with that last race. That was an incredible race, and of course those awesome smoky burnouts at the end helped as well. As you can see the graphic on the screen, that lower right-hand side, we're heading into our Super Hooligan main event. 13 racers total, 12 laps coming your way. This is it. This is the big final. This is all of it.
This is for all the marbles right here, ladies and gentlemen. The Indian Motorcycle Super Hooligan race. And this is for 13 racers.
Yep. There's 13 racers. There were 12 that advanced from the earlier heats, and then the one additional lucky number 13 was that Ryan Hoff, who just won that last chance qualifier. He's going to jump in and take that number 13 spot.
And Troy Hoff, too.
Troy.
Don't knock him out.
Sorry, Troy Hoff.
Yeah, Troy Hoff. There's our camera crew. All right. So the stage is set, folks, for the main event coming up now.
And they're absolutely, you can see right now some great shots of the pit and paddock. Look at those crowds. Look at how packed that is.
Yeah,
Everyone
that's
is
the pitch
super
to the right you're
excited
looking at.
about getting everybody ready, getting them all dialed in, shaking off those nerves, making sure all of the transponders and all of the timing equipment is all exactly how it needs to be, because this is the main, the final, the Super Hooligan final.
The Indian Motorcycle Super Hooligan main event, ladies and gentlemen.
So Joe Kopp absolutely at the top of the rankings here at the Super Hooligan final. Joe Kopp out there, AMA Pro. Joe Kopp is one of the only folks out here that is not on a V-twin. He's campaigning a Triumph motorcycle for this series. He raced last weekend at Paris and had a heartbreaking DNF. He had some qualifying problems. He broke a lever or a clutch. Something went wrong. He went from the pole position to number 12, so he really means it this weekend. Brad Spencer is in number 2. They are separated by literally 1 point,
Yeah,
Larry.
that's right. You're right. 1 point.
1 point is all that separates them because Joe had such a hard time last week at Paris.
Why do you race? He's like to try to kick Joe Kopp's ass. That's it. Saying it like it is, folks.
I think that's wonderful, but you're absolutely going to watch these two gentlemen in particular. Keep your eyes peeled because it's going to be real deep and hot and heavy. And here's what the rest of the grid looks like.
Okay, Johnny Murphy, Brad Spencer, James Monaco, Jordan Baber, Jason Clements, Joe Kopp, and Joey Robinson. That's just part of it. Then the rest of them. Andy DeBrino, Rob Bush, Frankie Garcia, who's hotter than he's hot tonight. Mikey Hill also looking very good, and Chris McDougall and Troy Hoff, who we just saw win. He won the qualifier, the last chance qualifier to make it this race and make it to the main.
Troy Hoff, absolutely our lucky number 13. And you nailed it. Frankie Garcia, hotter than Georgia asphalt today.
He
absolutely
is.
Just crushing the racing program here on that Ducati Scrambler. He's had a fantastic day. Again, keep your eyes peeled because Joe Kopp is absolutely at the top of the heap, followed by Spencer. Those two gentlemen are number 1 and number 2. And they are the main top contenders to take home that brand new Indian Motorcycle 750 FTR flat track racer. That incredible machine is a race-specific machine. It is the bike that just won the entire American Flat Track Race Series with Jared Mees on board just last weekend in Paris, California. So the winner of the Super Hooligan Race Series is going to take home that incredible grand prize, that $47,000 Indian Race Machine 750 FTR. What do you think about that, Larry?
Well, I think it's interesting because there are 3 Ducatis in this race. I was just looking. Frankie Garcia from Gonzales, California, Ducati 800 Scrambler. Then also Aaron Klink of Costa Mesa. He's on a 1200 Multistrada Ducati. And then Adam Warhead from Corona del Mar is on a 798cc Ducati Scrambler. So three Ducatis in this. The rest of them are Harleys and Indians, a Buell, Triumphs. And let's just take another look here. That's about it. That's what you've got, the lineup.
You're absolutely correct. That's what the grid should be looking like coming up here in just a few minutes. That is what the grid looks like coming up here in just a few minutes.
Yep.
Very Indian motorcycle heavy, Harley Davidson
Here they
heavy,
come.
and then those really, really awesome, it's neat to see that Triumph. It's neat to see those Ducatis come out here and dice it up with those great big V-twin bikes.
I want to see where they put Kopp, because he is so fast. I want to see if they're putting him on the pole. It's going to be interesting. Watch the lineup now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the main event. The Indian Motorcycle Super Hooligan main event. There's Kopp in the middle. Looks like he's going to be in the middle of the front row. That's what he's drawn. Number 3, Kopp. Coming in outside. Number 214. $62.
So this is the Super Hooligan final. This is going to be a 12-lap race with 13 racers out there on the grid. So again, this is the whole great big for all the marbles, as you like to say, Larry.
Yeah,
this is for all the marbles, this one. This is a great big grid. This is a very fast, very short track. It's starting to get a little slippery with all that dust out there. And this is for all the marbles. So this is a very high-pressure situation. Joe Kopp right in the center on that number 3 bike, that number 3 Triumph.
That could be a problem because he's right on the middle. It's going to be riders on both sides of him, and then they're going to all just swarm into that first turn. Watch this start. It's going to be very important.
And away they go.
Coming from the outside.
Excellent outside hole shot move from, again, that Rusty Butcher racer.
Kopp running in second spot. Kopp going wide. Kopp dropping back. Kopp is dropping back to, I want to say 4th. Whoa!
Yellow
Whoa,
flag.
look out! Look out! That's dangerous. A mechanic went out on the track to get that bike out of the way, and you got 214 out in front.
And we're in a yellow flag situation. We had a bike break down. So something went wrong. They're getting that bike off the track, and they need to go green or regrid. Let's see what's going on down there.
Frankie
Garcia.
Frankie Garcia.
Frankie Garcia is in front of Mikey Hill, that Rusty Butcher racer. Frankie Garcia, number 1. Mikey Hill, number 2. Number 3, I believe, looks like Andy DeBrino back there.
Garcia takes the lead. Garcia goes in front. And where's Joe Kopp? Garcia is flying around this track.
Well, Frankie Garcia is just unstoppable today. Unbelievable racing going on. And where is Joe Kopp?
I have no idea. Garcia in front.
Garcia, Mikey Hill is your number 2 bike. Number 3 bike looks like, I believe that's DeBrino. But nice smooth sailing going on from Frankie Garcia. No big surprise because he has had an excellent day campaigning all sorts of different machines out here, but he is absolutely unstoppable right now. But Mikey Hill looks like he might be making a move. He's thinking about showing him a tire on turn 1 into 2. He's just got to thread that needle and get inside and under. Final lap, final lap. Frankie Garcia is number 1. Number 2, Mikey Hill from the Rusty Butcher team. Oh, Mikey Hill might be making a move. Checkered flag, Frankie Garcia.
Garcia, he is a happy camper. That boy is excited.
Outstanding, outstanding day. And again, I don't know quite what happened downfield with Joe Kopp. I don't know what happened with our 2 points leaders. So now it's anybody's guess. But look at that. His team is coming out. The Rusty Butcher team is coming out. Or no, I'm sorry, that was the Ducati team, the Ducati folks. I saw the yellow and black. I thought that was Rusty Butcher. That's not. It's yellow and black Ducati Scrambler team coming out, giving him some love.
What a race.
Fantastic day, fantastic racing, unbelievable. Incredible. Incredible day for Frankie Garcia. He's taking home everything today. A brand new helmet from the BMW Boxer Cup. He's taking home the checkered flag from this. He's taking home $1,000 cash for winning this Hooligan final as well.
What a race. What a race.
A heck of a good job, and I am now super impressed with that Ducati Scrambler, Larry.
Yeah, it's a great motorcycle, but it is an upset. You had 3 Ducatis, the rest some Harleys, Triumphs, Indians.
Well, he's outsized. That's an 800cc bike versus a 999.
You don't need the horsepower in the smaller track.
No,
that's the key.
no.
It comes down to rider skill and controlling the bike, and that's exactly what Garcia did.
Unbelievable racing. Everybody coming out to congratulate him. We've got GT putting in an earpiece, so we probably have an interview coming your way.
A major upset.
A huge upset.
Yeah.
And we've got our man with the plan, the man in the know down there. GT is going to be doing an interview with Mr. Garcia.
Hey, thanks, Jackie. Thanks, Larry. Frank Garcia. You came out of mothballs for this one.
Oh, man. You know, I grew up doing this, and one of my best friend Nathan's came to me and said, hey, take my bike, build me a Hooligan bike. And I said, you know what, all right, let's do this. It'll be fun. Got kind of serious, and we were building this thing last night at 8 o'clock. I mean, this bike was finished at 8 o'clock last night. This was just awesome. You know, I grew up, my mom and dad are here. I grew up racing this. I built the bike with my best friends, and all my friends are here. Like, what can I say, man? It's a dream come true.
You're kind of a spoiler. You know that this was the Super Hooligan final, and you just took it.
You know what? I didn't expect that at all. I came here to have fun. You know, Roland put on this event, which I cannot thank him enough because this is the shit that I live for. Can I say that? Sorry. I live for this. I live for this stuff. You know, this is great. The drag races, all the people. We're on the beach. I mean, does it get better than this? I don't think so.
And by the way, sorry, Frankie. By the way, Frankie also won the BMW Boxer Cup earlier today. So you went 2 for 2 today. Let's hear it for Frankie Garcia. Any final thoughts?
You know what? I just want to thank everyone that put this event together. Ducati, Hooligans, everyone that made it possible. My dad. I was gone. I was in England a week ago, and I came back, and my dad worked on this while I was gone, like just to get it finished. And so my dad, my mom, like everybody, man, this is just great. I'm having a great time. This is the best day ever.
You won yourself an Indian motorcycle.
I don't think I did.
You didn't? I thought this. Oh, does the champion get the Indian?
Who ended up with that thing? I'd like to know that. Who wins that
Hey,
bike?
Roland, who gets the Indian? Does the winner of the race get the Indian, or does the series champ get the Indian?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so points winner Joe Kopp gets the Indian.
Yep.
Congratulations, Frankie.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Larry, Jackie, Chris, if you're around, back to you.
Is he on? I don't think
Well,
he's
an
on.
absolutely spectacular race. The Super Hooligan finals that you just saw. Frankie Garcia, oh my goodness, he came here and he was not messing around today. He came here and brought the heavy. He not only won our Boxer Cup event presented by BMW earlier in the day, he won the Super Hooligan final. He was not in the running in order to take home that beautiful 750 Indian motorcycle FTR. However, he's taken home a fistful of $1,000 cash. We've got some great recap footage going on right now.
The look back at this main event, the Super Indian Super Hooligan, and the happiest man in Southern California right now is Frankie Garcia.
And historically speaking, you are talking about the Ducati bike, that being a surprise winner for you.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. I'm absolutely shocked by it. I really was expecting one of the V-twin bikes to be a little bit further in front, but again, sometimes it's not about the bike. Sometimes it's about the pilot. It's about the rider, and Frankie has had a fantastic day out here.
And Larry, you had also mentioned right after that race, it wasn't about necessarily the speed that took the win. It was the control. It was the smoothness of the ride. And it was the cadence that was set. It seems like Frankie got into that early lead and just set that pace and kept going. Same speed, same smooth line. Really had no challengers through that entire race.
No, absolutely. It's about the smoothness. It's about staying consistent. It's about not making mistakes. Unfortunately, it just really does come down to that. You know, the grids are so huge. They're so deep. There's so much talent out there that sometimes it's just the guy that doesn't make any mistakes today. And today was Frankie's day to not make any mistakes out here.
Well, very well put. He did not make any mistakes today.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we will be giving out the Indian. We'll be giving out the grand prize, the winner of the whole Super Hooligan racing season. Do not go anywhere. More action to come. We are live from Bolsa Chica. This is the 2017 Moto Beach Classic.
Racing, it is absolutely side by side. The crowd going crazy, and just how it's going. Here we go, the biggest names in the sport. Who's faster? And it is wheel to wheel, close, but not close enough. It's going to be so close. Less than a tenth of a second into the woods. Duncan's got to find something. He's headed to the finish line. And the Red Bull Straight Rhythm Championship.
So from Bolsa Chica, California, ladies and gentlemen, an exciting day of everything, from surfing to flat track to drag racing to everything, as the sun sets over the Pacific. Jackie, is a great day.
An absolutely spectacular day. I can't imagine a better way to wrap up an incredible 2017 Super Hooligan Race Series presented by Roland Sands Design and Indian Motorcycle. A fantastic 10 series run. The sun is setting literally on an amazing race event, an amazing race season. It's just been a phenomenal day, Chris Cote. Have you had a great time?
Yeah, I mean, we started literally in the Pacific Ocean, just about 100 yards away, with the West Coast Board Riders surf contest. It was city versus city. Of course, we had Brian Bent and the Kook Box crew doing surf races. We saw Black Uhuru midday. We saw an incredible array of motorcycle racing on the track, on the drag set with the BMWs, and then, of course, Unwritten Law. And to wrap us all up, the pop-punk band Lit is going to play right up the beach. So the party is going to roll on, but we are about to give out that heavy-duty hardware, one of the most beautiful bikes I've ever seen.
Absolutely. So you nailed it. So this is the Super Hooligan Finals. Our winner of the finals, the 10 Series run, is going to be taking home that beautiful brand new Indian Motorcycle 750 FTR race bike. I can't even imagine a better prize for somebody that loves to race.
It gave me chills when they pushed it by me. It was an incredible bike.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So we're going to be giving that bike away here shortly, or, Roland Sands is going to be giving away that bike shortly. I'm sure the folks from Indian are going to be there as well. So we're going to be doing that in just a little while. But yeah, an excellent day. Starting the day with surf, we went to BMW drag racing, where we first caught wind of Frankie Garcia, who you can see right now on the right hand of the screen. Frankie Garcia is the winner of the Super Hooligan race here today. He takes home $1,000 cash. He does not, however, take home that beautiful machine. But number 2, Mikey Hill. 3, Andy DeBrino. Number 4, Rob Bush. Johnny Murphy. Joe Kopp. Man, that's a tough name. Johnny Murphy. Joe Kopp in 6. 8, Troy Hoff, Joey Robinson, Brad Spencer, number 11, Jason Clements, 12, Jordan Baber, who won last week in Paris, California, 13, Chris McDougall. So again, Joe Kopp, we finally found him. He was, was he number 6 down there? But yeah. I think he has enough points. I'm pretty sure he's going to be taking home that beautiful Indian motorcycle tonight. So congratulations to Joe Kopp. But it's been a fantastic day. And again, huge congratulations, Frankie Garcia.
Who would have thought?
The man with the plan on the beautiful Ducati came out here, crushed it on the BMW, crushed it on the Ducati out here. He's had a flawless, amazing day. So huge congratulations to you, Frankie Garcia.
Definitely the dominant racer of the day. Larry, I know you've seen a million races, been to a million race tracks.
It's great racing.
What was truly unique about today at the Moto Beach Classic?
Well, I think that let's take a look at the National Championship stops. This is the whole series. The one pro, Sammy Halbert won. Mama's tried out flat Friday. Benny Carlson, American Flat Track GNC. Jordan Baber. Joe Kopp came back at Hippie Killer Hoedown. Andy DeBrino, Dirt Quake. At the Buffalo Chip at Sturgis, Joe Kopp. Wheels and Waves Kopp. Costa Mesa Super Hooligan Night, Joe Kopp. American Flat Track GNC, Jordan Baber, and then today, Frankie Garcia takes home the bacon, the Moto Beach Classic. Everything. It just blew me away.
Some of the best racetrack names ever.
It's an excellent racetrack.
Well, those aren't just necessarily racetrack names that were just up on the screen. Those are events
festival
that
names,
the hooligan.
right? Yeah.
Well, they are that the hooligan race has wrapped itself into. Because the neat thing about the Super Hooligan race and why this whole thing started was to bring the everyman back to racing, to make it more accessible. To have people come out here, to have the run what you brung. You just tape up the lights on your bike, you take the turn signals off, and you come and run it. Yep. So they wanted to bring them to different events where all sorts of people who normally maybe wouldn't watch dirt track racing, like the Buffalo Chip, like maybe the One Show, that great big beautiful custom bike show up in Portland. Yep. Those people might not traditionally be dirt track type fans, but Roland and Indian Motorcycle are super passionate about giving this sport exposure and letting people experience it.
They did that incredibly well.
So I think that that's a really neat, cool thing, and big ups to both of those companies for lighting a fire and reigniting the passion for dirt track racing. Again, especially with the AFT American Flat Track races this year taking off. They've had incredible attendance. Dirt track racing so hot right now, Chris Cote.
Incredible. I mean, it's really impossible not to be a fan. I mean, just right here, you're literally 12 feet away from this track. And I like that you do get, the spills, but it's not anything serious today, because you see these guys, they not only know how to race, they know how to fall. And that makes it more exciting because, you can expect something to happen, but you see these guys, they jump right back up, and the race keeps going around them, which is something, again, unique to flat track. Usually in any kind of auto or motorcycle racing, if somebody falls on the track, race stops. Everybody chill out for a second. But it seems like it's Super Hooligan. The crash just makes it that much faster because it's one less rider on the track.
Let's go down to GT and find out what's happening on the track. GT, take it away.
Hey, thanks, Larry. Okay, I'm with Andy DeBrino. And Andy, congratulations, first of all, on a third-place finish today.
Thank you. Yeah, today was crazy. The track was pretty dry, slick, and the whole shot was everything. And I just rode my race, rode smart, tried to be smooth, and it worked out for me in the end, get on the box.
And third place also got you, and most importantly, the Super Hooligans Championship. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a crazy season. I I missed a round for a road racing series, and I was able to wrap that up. And then to be able to clinch this today is just unreal. I couldn't be happier, and I just owe a huge thanks to Toro CC Motorcycles for putting me on this Harley Davidson this year, and I just can't believe it. Thanks so much to my family, my mom, my dad, my girlfriend for all the support, and all the fans and all my competitors and sponsors for supporting me. I couldn't be happier to win on my Harley Davidson and win that Indian Twin. I want to go to American Flat Track.
Now you also race road race as well as flat track. How do they compare?
You know, they're pretty similar. I think that the throttle control that I learned from this helps me on my road race bike. And yeah, I race a 1,000cc bike. I've done Moto America, and it's a lot of fun. There's a reason why, you know, guys like Kenny Roberts did so well after flat track, and a lot crosses over.
Okay, so you won that Indian. You're going to build that thing and run it next year?
We'll see. You know, I got a lot to think about, but all I know is I want to do American Flat Track and the Twins, and now I want a bike, and we'll just, you know, see what shakes out here in the off season.
Congratulations, Andy. Any final thoughts?
Just thanks to Roland Sands for putting on this amazing series, and all the sponsors for everything they've done. And I got to give it thanks to Harley Davidson, Portland Harley Davidson, CC Motorcycles, Fox, Alpine Stars, Bell Helmets, Ride 100%, ASV Levers, Maxima, and EDR Performance, and K-Tech Suspension. Thank you.
Congratulations to Andy DeBrino, our Roland Sands Super Hooligan Series champion. Came third today, but most importantly, won the national title. Congratulations, buddy. We'll throw it back to you guys.
Very happy young man, Jackie.
Absolutely unbelievable. Joe Kopp, by taking those big steps back, and unfortunately having that mishap last week, put him out of the running for it. Huge congratulations to Andy DeBrino. I didn't even know he was in the hunt, but he's taken home that incredible FTR 750 Indian motorcycle that you see right in front of you on that main screen. Hi, Roland Sands, blocking our view for a second.
Working.
But that beautiful 750 bike, and I think that was incredible that Andy has a background in road racing. He just casually dropped that he's interested in going to go race Twins next season in AFT, which is American Flat Track Race Series, Pro Dirt Racing Series. He looks pretty comfy on that bike.
A very happy young man.
I'm really, really curious to see what he does with it. I think that is just incredibly fascinating that he's kind of thinking about racing Twins and then wins this $47,000 crusher incredible flat track bike.
Young Mr. Garcia congratulating him there. That's very
unbelievable.
Cool. Very cool.
Well, after an incredible day of racing, surfing, art, music, and motorcycles here at the 2017 first and annual. Please, annual. We want this every year. The Roland Sands design Moto Beach Classic. Well, that'll go down in history as one of the most fun days ever here on the sand at Bolsa Chica, right outside of Huntington Beach, California. So we thank Bolsa Chica. You can have your beach back now. We've thoroughly enjoyed it on the day. Of course, this webcast fueled by Valero. On behalf of myself, Chris Cote, Jackie Van Ham, the legendary Larry Hoffman, we thank you for watching. You guys, I mean, what better way to spend a day at the beach than on the back of a motorcycle. Very cool. An incredible day. Thank you guys for viewing. Check out this package to take you home. We'll see you next year.